So here we are. We got all the boysenberries transplanted. Boysenberries are a cross between a raspberry and a blackberry plant. So we got one right there, and they're like a viney plant. But they need to be up off the ground. So they kind of grow like a grape in a way, but they're again raspberry blackberry plant. This is how much of that was overgrown by the primrose over there. Now there was 8 plants in total. So as they sent out their shoots and their runners, they started other plants. So we put, like, here's one of them right here. We're gonna move in real close. That was one of them that came back from a runner. So that was like a small little plant that started. So we dug that out here and put it right by the post so that it could just climb right up, because they need to be up off the ground. But that's 3 plants right there, and they don't get real bushy, so I'm just twining them around on the same wire back and forth on each other. They're not gonna choke each other out, not any more than that primrose was doing. And then we go down the line here. We got it all along the bottom wire. We didn't get none on the top here though. We are going to wrap one of these on the top to make a little more room in the bottom maybe. And then with this one right here, as you can see, the rose and the boysenberry, their bases had intertwined, so I couldn't separate this primrose from that boysenberry without really ripping its roots, so I left it. And I'll just have the rose going that way, and then I'll keep it from coming back this way. So, and here we go, and this will outline. As you see, it's sending up a bunch of new stalks off of this one, so that'd be perfect. I'll just leave the top one open for those. They should grow pretty tall this summer. So, and right here is where the plant split. And what I did was where the branch split open, so I stuck them in the ground because they will start roots. So that these two will create another plant that's right here next to this one, and they'll just grow right along the coated wiring. This is made for planting and using for grapevines and stuff, so it's not harsh on any of the plants. It's got a coating so it doesn't rust. Very pliable and bendable over and over. Very hard to break like a normal wire would. So we got it going down on the line there, and then so all this empty area you see over here, this will all be raspberry bushes getting transplanted and new ones possibly getting put in. They're gonna get put in rows just like these 3 are. And as you can see, it'll come right up to here. And then the little fire pits right here will have occasional fires. As we move over here, we had to pull some wild blackberries out. And as you can see, the purple potatoes are already coming on. So it's probably hard to see in the light, but you can see them in the rows coming up there. And there's another one there. There's one going wild here. This little guy right here, that's a wild blackberry coming up. We're gonna break that right off because we don't want to disturb the base of these potatoes. And then on these rows, you can't see it yet. Let me get down on there. I left some of the sticks and debris in here because that helps hold moisture. These little guys you see right there, those are crescent potatoes. Some people call them fingerlings, but they are Austrian crescent potatoes. They're very delicious, have a nice flavor of their own, and that's why we grow them, because you can have them in a lot of different dishes and they add extra flavor to it. So we got 2 rows of crescents here, 2 rows of purple here, and then 2 rows of crescents right here. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 rows of red potatoes. So, and you can just barely see the reds are coming up now. And then in our boxes, These are the reds. They're starting to come up. That's good. These are the Austrian crescents. Some of them are starting to come up. And the purples are in here. Now, after these plants potato plants start getting taller, we'll take this dirt and we'll add in around it to fill it in. All we did was take these raised boxes, set them on the ground, set the potatoes on the ground, and put a little dirt on top of them. That's what I did last year, and they worked out very well. You don't have to dig them up or anything. They're right there. You just take the raised boxes right off, kind of move the loose dirt around, get your potatoes out, and you've just filled in the area with some more dirt, giving it a better mix. Now we have over here, we have a couple more rows, and these are, we got the reds over here. You can only see a little bit of them coming up right now, right there. We had to come over here too. It's the weather's been fluctuating pretty bad, so it's been up and down. Not very good for plants. So we've had extreme cold, then we had extreme heat. Now we're back to cold again. So it's kind of messed the plants up a little bit. And then we'll give you a different view right here. These are the new raspberries we planted in. As you can see, let me grab this tag right here. Right there. These are fall golds. Get the camera focusing. This is a Killarney raspberry. I'm not sure. My mom picked them out. And this one says it's a Latham raspberry. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll just add more rows of raspberries. And we'll probably stop right down here on this line where the old rotten stumps are. And the stumps can be left in because as they're breaking down, they're adding nutrients in that these berry plants need, along with bone meal. They need the bone meal to grow nice stalks up and sturdy stalks. This area I left open because we got the fire pit here, so we don't want to get too close to the vegetables and have the heat cook them. So that's what we got there. So next, part of the trees have already gone blooming, as you can see. Got the dandelions everywhere. We keep the dandelions for the bumblebees and the other pollinators. The dandelions can be fed to the chickens, so it's no big deal. And we're gonna get on to transplanting some herbs down there after we take a meal break here. All right, we'll see you then.